Welcome to our area model division video. If you have any questions, you can always go back to your teachers and ask them if you have any questions. Please make sure you have your recording sheet in front of you. Let's go over our definitions. So division. Division is the breaking of numbers into smaller groups of equal numbers. So breaking something into equal groups that are smaller, because division means you're getting smaller. Dividend. This is the number in a division that is to be divided or broken into equal parts. Divisor. This is the number in a division problem that the dividend is divided into. So if I have a problem like this, okay, so 36, this is going to be my dividend. And 5 is going to be my divisor. So on your homework, when it asks you for an example and a non-example, we know what division is. So division, you can give an example of that. And then the non-example is what is not division. And there are lots of things that are not division. We know what a dividend is. And then I want you to tell me under the non-example what a dividend is not. And then a divisor, tell me what a divisor is, and then give me some examples of what a divisor is not. And then I do want you to write your definition on the line. And underneath the line, I want you to write your example and non-example. So let's look at how we do area division with kind of like a strip diagram is what I would call this. So I want to know how many hundreds are there, how many tens, and how many ones. Okay? So if I have 628, I'm going to put my 4 over here. And over here, I want to know how many hundreds are there. Well, I know that 4 times 100 is 400. 4 times 200 is 800. So I know that that won't work. So I'm going to do 628 subtract 400, because 4 times 100 is 400. So I'm going to do my subtraction, and that leaves me with 228. So I'm going to move the 228 to the tens box. Then I'm going to say, okay, how many times does 4 go into 228? Well, I'm going to say 10 is 40, 20 is 80, 30 is 120, 40 is 160, 50 is 200. So I know that I'm pretty close with 200, but I'm going to go to 60. Well, 6 times 4 is 24. Put a 0 on the end. That's 240. So that does not work. So I'm going to have 50 tens right here. And I'm going to put 200. And that's going to be 28. And I'm going to move this over into the ones box. So now I'm going to say 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. And 4 times 7 is 28. So I know that 28 is going to go in this box. And then I'm going to subtract, and I have 0 at the end. Now I'm going to say, okay, I am going to take the hundreds, add it to the tens, and add it to the ones. Because I had 100 hundreds, 60 or 50 tens, and 7 ones. So my answer is going to be 157. Let's do another example. I have 216 divided by 5. So I'm going to do my box again. And I'm going to write my 5 on the side. I want to know how many hundreds, how many tens, and how many ones. So I'm going to look at this and I'm going to say there are no hundreds, because 5 times 100 is 500, so I have no hundreds. I'm going to look at the tens. 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 20 is 100. 5 times 30 is 150. 5 times 40 is 200. 5 times 50, it's going to be 250. So I know that 40 is going to be my answer. So I'm going to take 216 and I'm going to subtract the 200. And that leaves me with 16. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say, how many ones do I have? 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20. So I know I went too high. and I'm going to say 3. So 5 times 3 is 15. So I have 16 minus 15. Well, that gives me 1. Well, what is this 1 called? It's a remainder. As long as this number is smaller than this number, you are done. So I'm going to take the 40 plus the 3. The number's on the top, and that's going to give me 43. So my answer is 43, and then I have a remainder, which I'm going to put an R of 1. So my answer is 43 with a remainder of 1. Now, I'm going to show you how you can check this. If I take 43 and I multiply it by 5, that's going to give me 15, carry the 1, that's 21. And then I add my remainder on the end. That gives me 216, and check, I am correct. Let's do another one. So I'm going to do 966 divided by 7. I want to know how many hundreds, how many tens, and how many ones. So I'm going to put 966 right here, and I'm going to know that I need 100 hundreds. So 7 times 100 is going to be 700. Then I'm going to subtract. So now I have 266 that I need to put into this box. So then I'm going to say, how many times does, how many tens do I need for 266? So 7 times 10 is 70. 7 times 20 is 140. 7 times 30 is 210. 7 times 40 is 280. So I know that I'm going to do 210. Then I'm going to subtract. So now I have 56. And then I'm going to go through my steps again. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 is 49. And what is 7 times 8? That is 56. So I know that I need 8. So I'm going to write 56 in this box, and then I am done. Now I'm going to add everything across the top. The 100, the 30, and the 8. So 100 plus 30 plus 8 is 138. Now I can check 138 times 7. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 5 is going to be 26. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 2, 7, 8, 9, and my answer checks. Now, what if you have a problem that's all the way into the thousands? Well, now you need to see how many thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. So this is going to be a challenge problem, and I want you to do this on the back and see if you can figure this one out by yourself. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And please feel free to come back and watch this video as many times as you need to, and have a great day.